Buster the steamroller sat quietly in the yard. Most of the other machines had gone off for another day of hard work, but the usually chipper roller had been left behind. Not that this job didn't require any flattening, for the time being anyway, but that didn't make Buster feel any better given the circumstances. His operator, along with Miss Jenny and the foreman, were having a meeting in the office nearby, and all Buster could do was listen and reflect. Though he wasn't alone, Kelly was also there next to him, while the forlorn roller was anxiously listening and waiting. He had asked if he could keep Buster company, and since the job didn't require any sort of lifting at the moment, Miss Jenny allowed it. The old ex-army crane truck looked over at Buster, who had been quiet the whole time. "Everything should be all right, Buster," he said. "I know things have been rather rough lately, but we're gonna do what we do best when things go south. We work it out together."
"But all those were easy fixes,"
Buster spoke up for the first time all morning.
"and this? I wasn't watching where I was going. If only I had seen Jeff, and if it weren't for that tarp..."
"Jeff's in the hospital now. The doc says he should be just fine. Only a few days of rest and no work should do him well. We should be grateful that it was only his foot that got the worst of it. Otherwise..." Kelly stopped. He knew the severity of the situation. A workplace accident was nothing to overlook. Ever. Especially when it comes to construction sites and machinery. "For now, they're sorting out Jeff's compensation, so he and his family should be all right," Kelly finished.
"But what's gonna happen to me?" asked Buster. "Am I going to be sent for scrap and replaced? And if so, then by who? I hope it's not that George fellow. I heard from Percy that he's anything but a pleasant steamroller. Then again, I probably deserve it after some of the trouble I've caused, knocking over tools, equipment, bumping into others, almost knocking down buildings, and now running over a workman's foot! Let's face it, I'm a jinx. I'm bad luck. Nobody wants a jinx." "I love working for Miss Jenny, especially when her dad, Jeremiah Packard, was in charge. But to think this is all happening to me now because of my number. What then? The railway never had this problem with their number 9. Donnie was his name? But if I have to be retired, then..."
"Buster!" Kelly's sharp voice snapped him out of his rambling so quickly that Buster had almost lost sight of the plot. "We all know you didn't do any of this on purpose. And we all know Packard's #1 motto, don't we? Safety first. Miss Jenny will find a way to approach the situation tactfully and safely. And I just came up with a solution." Miss Jenny had walked out of the office, followed closely by the foreman and Buster's operator. She had overheard what Kelly was telling the red roller.
"So, what are you all gonna do to me?" asked Buster. "If you're gonna send me away, then I understand complete..."
"We're not sending you away, Buster," reassured Miss Jenny. "You all are like family to me, and we don't get rid of family, no matter how much they mess up. You know, that would explain why we keep Max and Monty around," quipped the foreman. This got a few chuckles out of everyone, including Buster, if only for a short time. "I know this may seem odd and far-fetched," said Miss Jenny once she got herself together, "but I think the best solution to the problem is to get rid of your number." Buster and Kelly looked at each other in bewilderment. Taking away a number? To be fair, it was better than being sent away. But all the same... Miss Jenny could tell what the steamroller and crane truck were thinking, as she smiled reassuringly. "This will only be temporary, and if it doesn't work, we'll think of something else."
All right."
And so, they removed Buster's number 9 from his side, and since then, nothing bad has happened to him, and the roller was soon back to his cheery self.